It's 8 o'clock at night, guys. I don't know what these can hear the bed there. But just right outside that window. They're the kids next door to be only there, and I don't know, some nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights. Running in and out all night, slamming the fucking door. Noise harassment. That's what you have to put up with when you're a TA. Nothing but low of the low. That's what you're dealing with right there. Nothing but the low of the low. The lowest. I can't believe it, using kids. You know. But sure, it's up to the parents, that's not the children, you know. That's the lowest of the low. But I shall let them rattle away there, we'll see what happens. Trying to drink a cup of tea here, guys. You know, I have Smokey here beside me. Where is she? Where are you? There you are. He's a good gear, huh? He's a good gear. But I was coming home earlier on this evening. I must have been about 2-3 o'clock. I was out in Monaghan. And it's only a wee small by road coming from the main road over there, over the rock quarry. It's a small narrow road, like, you know. So I spotted it. I was coming around the sharp corner and I spotted this van reversing out of the lane, a silver transit van. And I knew he was parked on the corner. You couldn't see him you could only see him a bit when he come out of the lane on the right hand side, and he was parked right on the corner. And I whizzed round him like that there and out, and I was coming out of the lane that he come out of, a tractor. But like if I hadn't been watching where I was going and what I was doing, I would have been straight into the back of the van, and probably no insurance on the yoke or whatever, and my yoke would be wrecked. But that's what you're up against every day of the week, you know. Lowest of the low, can't go any lower than that. Then you know, and there was I met what was it? He must have been about 70 years of age, the man, and where was he had a car half across the white line on my side, you know, and then I'd say he was about 70. He looked about that. If you're not able to drive, son, you can take the car off the road, but it was nothing got to do with that. It was just that I was approaching, because I was getting vehicle harassment all day, you know, tractors, cars, vans, the whole lot, you know, and then the setup then with the tractor and the transit van. But it's Saturday night now here. It's 8 o'clock or so. You can hear the children, they're right there from about 6 o'clock, I'd say. Not that they're entitled to be out there, but noise harassment, that's all they're doing is noise harassment. And I don't know, I think this is 6 years now I've been stalked and harassed. But the best part of it is, I think it was one of my family that actually got me in this situation that I'm in now. I think it was one of my brothers. I hate to say that, but that's the conclusion I'm coming to with constant thinking about it and stuff like that there, you know. But what was I going to say? Sorry. Lost my train of thought. It's a joke, guys. You know, it's a joke. Give me a minute. These people is you know, you're in the shopping centre here. Someone standing directly behind you, you know, that'd be to keep you on edge the whole time. And these ones flying around aisles, you know, looking in, you know, come and stand right beside you. But you know, the minute you move, they don't take anything off the shelf that's beside you. They're just standing beside you, invading your space, like, basically, you know. The same with the trolleys, the women flying around the corner, trying to keep you in fight or flight mode, you know. Keep your sugars up and keep your cortisol up, you know, and sugars up and insulin then, and that's trying to fuck up your kidneys, you know. Constant high sugars and, you know, trying to keep your body, trying to keep insulin pumped out the whole time, you know, to keep your sugars down, you know. But that's what the constant banging, you know, they try and put fear into you, you know. That's what the banging's all about. I can hear them banging there at the door now, every so often. But yeah, we were down at Killifoley Lake. We went down for a walk, myself and Smokey there, earlier on, and we're back, just done a bit of fixing on the car and stuff like that for about, I suppose, about a couple of hours. What have I done to stop every member of my family not talking to me or doing anything more to do with me? What have I done that is that bad, you know? Is it that, you know, what is it? What have I done that's so fucking bad that I deserve all this, like, you know? That no family, no job, no fuck all, you know. I don't know. I think it was years ago that the young fella died, and I knew him shocking well. He was a shocking nice lad. He died, you know, and I asked a relation his what happened to him, you know, and he said that he seized up. But that was with, someone said, a brother of mine said it was cancer. I don't think it was cancer. He was supposed to be treated for, the doctors were treating him for one thing and he was supposed to have something else, but I think it was through stalking and harassment that he died. It's like the car swerving at you when you start off the stalk and you start worrying, you know, you're worrying then, you know, and then worry leads to anxiety and then paranoia and then God knows anything after that, you know. But he died anyway. He seized, his muscles seized up and he died. But I think that's why he died. He was being stalked and harassed, stressed out. Lovely fella. He was only young as well, in his 20s or so, I think. But he was a lovely lad. But the seasonal part is got to do with part of anxiety, health anxiety and whatever, you know what I'm saying. But I think that's true. There's an awful lot of people, I think they through this stalking and harassment. There was a lad there died up in County Louth there not so long ago, and I think he was stalked and harassed as well. But it's gone on. It's gone on all around the country. It's gone on. I know it's gone on down the north, and it's gone on up here. But the only thing that's wrong is that we have no outlet. We need what we need is a radio station or some sort of a station that we can broadcast this, and like all the TAs should come together. Like is what Laura said above in Dublin. She says about 100 of us walk into a guard's barracks and report all these things that's happening to us. They can't say that it's not happening when 50 or 100 people walk into a barracks, you know, and say it's either that or a revolution, one or the other thing. Any takers on the revolution or any joiner robbers. But like these is flats, then I mean these is flats, and it's just fucking designed. They're just designed, I'd say, built specifically for stalking. I can give you a look out the window here, and I can show you the way that the hill is done, and that, you know, there's the road out there, you know, and then there's a hill right up there, so that the yokes have to look at that flashing at 8 o'clock at night, like, you know. Yeah, the road is going at a slant up there. They have to slow up, and then sort of have to put the boot down, and traffic harassment, you know. You can hear the cars probably without anything else. There's a gap in my windows there, 2-inch gap in each of the windows. I might be able to show you this here. And there's the window. You can see there's the mould in the windows as well. There's the gaps in the window there. See that right around there. That's why I asked them, you know, fix the windows. No, they wouldn't even recognise me as fixing the windows. But when I moved in, it was only a few weeks after I moved in, you know, I reported the thing and reported it to him, and he came in and looked at it and took notes down, and then I was talking to him a few months later or whatever it was, and there was a him and a her down, and I didn't look at that. He did look at it. But then he denied looking at the windows, or had any knowledge of the windows. And there's another thing there as well. I'm not going to open the doors. Things fucking hassle. But the boy that was upstairs here, he either lost his key or something happened. There's there's that door there, and you go out into a hallway, and then there's stairs going up here, and then there's a door going out the front out here. But I seen him one day. He called the locksmith or something. He was written at the door or something. I seen him, and he called the locksmith, and the locksmith was out there with him, and they changed the lock on the door. The one on the inside of the door is just a twist joke like that to lock the door. That's on the inside. and then you have the key. If you're on the outside, you have to use the key to get in, you know. But I said I have no key for the front door, so if I went out the front door and the back doors, well, whatever, just say out for handiness out the front door, and someone locked it, well, I can't get back in the front, I can't go in and out the front. It's the back I have to use the whole time, you know. But of course I said it to Clonmel Ireland that, you know, that the locks was changed. The fellow upstairs here changed the lock on the door, and they turned around and they said, I seen him in own 2 days. It's a pity I hadn't a video it, but what she said was that Clonmel Ireland said was one of the, I don't know, cronies or whatever you like to call them, said that there was no way that a resident would change the locks on the front door. And I got a key. I had a key for the front door, but then he got the locks changed, and then Clonmel Ireland said that no, that he didn't change the locks. Like, I don't know whether he was paranoid, because I tell you, he told them that I put the key in the back of the door here. So when he went to get in, when he put his key in, he couldn't open the thing. That's what he told them, now that I remember it. He told Clonmel Ireland that I put the key in the back of the door so he couldn't get in. I didn't, because I had my key there now, and they changed. If I had had my key in the back of the door and the locksmith opened the door, he would have seen the key in the lock when they come in, when he opened the door, you know what I'm saying? But more lies and corruption and whatever you'd like to call it, guys, I don't know, but it's all gauged against you, you know what I'm saying? If it's not, also the man out in the house the back, there's out the back here, there's houses off, there's more flats, and then there's a few houses there. The man in the first house out here on the left, he said he was going to stab me. No, he was going to stab my young fella. I told him to come out and stab me, you know. So what he said was that I was too old, that that I was too old to bother. I was near dead anyway, you know. That's what he told me. I suppose he's in his 20s, you know what I'm saying? But you know, the likes of these fuckers. I was driving. I was coming home earlier on this evening, and a young fella, I'd say he was no more than 17 or 18, and swerved the tractor out across the white line at me, or lunged the tractor out of that. 17 or 18 years of age. Now, what sort of fucking parents have they, you know, or what the fuck's going on? Do they realise what's happening or what's going on, or what? You know, this is I couldn't believe it. Like, the parents have them from young age, 5 or 6 up, right up to whatever age you like, doing this fucking carry on, up to 70 and 80 years of age. If you're able to walk, you're able to wear in gang stock. But it's like the stalking didn't ease down anyway. I'd say if anything, it got worse, you know, it got worse. But you get accused when I was only in the place a couple of months then, and you weren't paying your rent, John. You're not paying your rent. So I pulled out and you see, and they showed her, it mustn't have showed up on the in the bank or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the fucking carry on that's going on, you know, the likes of this. You're not paying your rent, this, that and the other. wrong. I rang the ESP to give me a number for the ESP reading when I moved in. I rang the ESP then after that, and this rang me back saying that was the wrong number. So basically, that was it then, and I rang Clanman Ireland, tell them they wouldn't give me the right number or the right whatever reading was on it at all. They said I got it or whatever, and that was it. But there was a small building out the back that houses all the meters, I think, or whatever. And then I supposed to get a prepaid meter in. I don't know. They said they were putting it in, but this is going on a year and a half now, nearly 2 years that they were supposed to put a meter in and no meter. I had to get money gathered up to pay a few pound off the bill, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what's going to happen when the winter comes in. Like, you know, the cost of the ESB, the cost of fuel, the cost of shopping, you know, it's not, we're not going to survive at this carry on, I don't think. But there's setups every day, you know what I'm saying? If it's not the likes of this carry on next door, these making a fucking ruckus, it's something else. You get into the car park, it's something else, or someone shouting out the front door. They'll just come in, then drive in the car, or buy any Jeep there this evening, driven about 6 o'clock or something, got out with a big fucking box of beer. But he made sure he slammed the door, and I had to pop my head up to see what the carry on. Him standing there looking at his car, carrying a big box of beer. But it's all, you know what I'm saying, if it's not that, they'll be letting down the window and put the cigarette out the window and flick it like this here. If it's not that, they'll blow your park behind them, say at the traffic lights, they'll blow fumes of smoke out the fucking car window or whatever it is. I used to smoke. I couldn't, I wouldn't care if I never seen another cigarette in my life. But I don't know, it's just they got out of hand. They're lowering the low, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're committing crimes against humanity, you know. They know this, but they keep doing it. But they have the backing, you see, to do it, you know. It's like the time I was coming from Newbus over to Smithsburg on the motorbike, you know, and your man come flying down the lane and straight out in front of me. I fell off the bike and bang, straight into the car, busted my knee and leg and stuff like that. And very convenient that when the guards was called, he had no insurance on the car. It wasn't his car, it was someone else, but very convenient that he had no insurance on the car. When I was at the end of the lane, your man that owned it, where the lane was, the house at the top of the lane, he came down and he rang the guards and put me out, or we'll send an ambulance out and we'll get a guard to call out or whatever. Anyway, there was no ambulance sent out, and there was one guard that I met on the road 5 minutes or 10 minutes previous to that day. But that boy is still driving round. That's 12 months ago, maybe 2 years ago. He's still driving round, no problem. Like, I seen him in Newbus, and he made sure I seen him as well, because he pulled out. I was going over to a recycling place in Newbus, and he pulled out straight in front of me and looked at me and made sure that I seen him, that he was driving his Jeep or whatever it was. So who's right or wrong? Who's wrong? Do you know what I'm saying? People are afraid of their fucking lives, you know. I don't know, but this is the carry on that's going on. This is what's happening to me. It's very convenient that it's all fucking happening like that. But it's just pure out and out Stasi, gang stalking, community policing, mobbing, whoever they can gather up, every gang in the country, around the country, that they will put on you or set on you or whatever it is. But well, I hope to God that will be answering crimes against humanity. That's all I hope. I never seen people as low to try and drive you to madness, insanity, to try and drive you to commit suicide, to try and drive you to the... People be walking out in front of me left, right and centre when I go into town. They actually deliberately walk out in front of you in the car. And if it's not that, there's half standing out on the road or something like that there, or standing at traffic lights and go to walk across and all this. I don't know, these people must be brainwashed, or they must be, I don't know, they have to be on drugs or brainwashed or something for them to carry on that they're fucking that. But, we're in a rant here, guys, I don't know, but between them trying to induce you with anxiety and fear and all the rest of it, it's a Stasi program from East Germany, I think in 1945, I think it is. The brown shirts, the black shirts, or whatever you like to fucking call them. And then the whole lot spammed over here. But whoever's running this program, I'll tell you one thing, is a lot to fucking answer for, you know. I shall leave it at that, guys. Hope you're all keeping well anyway, and have a good day or whatever. It's running on 27, probably take fucking an hour or 2 hours to upload this. But this is to carry on the day anyway. It's the same every day with me, vehicle harassment, you know. And then when you go into the town, especially the people walking out in front of you, if they're not standing or invading your space, or standing directly behind you to try and keep you on edge, you know. But it's a joke. I used to, in a certain shop, I used to buy it was a certain type of wipes or whatever it was, but I started buying them, and about a week later there was none. It was the suppliers, and it was this and it was that and it was the other, and when he's getting them back in, they should be back in next week, and no, they never came back in. But I found another shop that sold them anyway. But this is, it's seeming that it's a standard program, I think, that's run all over the world, like, you know. It's mostly, that's what I see anyway. Basically the same all over the world, you know. But I don't know, guys, I don't know, but it's a joke, that's what it is, you know. It's like, what have you to do for your family not to talk to you, not to have anything more to do with you, or to come along and tell you that nobody wants anything more to do with you? What have I done that is so bad that one of my family can turn around and say that to me? And then the other brother then constantly selling, when it started off, constantly sending videos of, oh yes, them fucking head the balls away. Trying, it was another fear tactic. Send 2 or 3 videos to my phone a day about these boys getting shot in the head and blown up and all this thing. Another fear tactic, you know. They said, I'm talking about 2 or 3 videos a day, you know. I was talking to the other brother, and then, shut the other fellas, he's bored and he's fed up and he's sending up. But wait a minute, I tell you, he never done it before. He never sending the videos before he was targeted. how come you only started that when I was targeted? And then the other fella as well. He's the boy I think that got me in this shit. But maybe I got in this shit myself, I don't know. But I'd say 90% of the thing is it was him that got me into trouble. Because the two brothers are involved in it anyway, I know that. And the whole family, the whole country knows what's going on, you know. But that's it, guys. I'll leave it at that anyway. So have a good night or whatever anyway, and I'll be talking this. Good night.